This is the wrong time to take a bite. Hi, I'm Devon. I'm gonna get in queue. I'm Devon. This is another episode of Talking with You by Devon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm eating very good cereal right now. Ancient Grains by Cascadia. Ancient Grains by Cascadia Farms, or Farm Organic. Very good. We had to add honey. We had to add raw honey to it. Raw honey. I think I got this from Walmart, but it has the comb in it, the honeycomb in it. You got to do this because it got the microorganisms in it. You got the good bacteria. Honey is a functional food, and if you listen to my podcast, Center of the Sun podcast, you would know what functional foods are. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Today, I'm a little shy because I don't do standing videos with like shirts on, and I'm wearing a hat because I didn't cut my hair. I didn't groom at all. I just put on a shirt. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing shorts and slippers in my kitchen. That's fine because today is going to be chill anyway, and we're going to be talking about, I've been sleeping weird too. We're going to be talking about stress. And there's a lot going on in the media, and it's hard to process it. And my goal as a businessman, and not a businessman in the literal sense, but as a person who has a 2 cents about what, how to organize something and then execute it on a larger scale, and the desire to do so, I wanted to share with you my experiences because I love being busy. That's why I just called myself a businessman, not being busy for the sake of being busy because it's just how I've always been, but because I like nice things, and not nice things in the sense of money, but nice things in the sense that I like new ideas, I like better ideas, I like progression, I like better and better and nicer, but not for the sake of being nicer, but for the sake of seeking truth. And I feel like it's important. And I feel like a lot of people, they get fucking stressed out for no reason, and then they come in my face and they take it out on me. So that's the point of this fucking thing. I curse a lot, so whatever, I don't give a fuck. You cannot watch. Or please watch it, please. I mean, I'm just playing, just watch it, it's fine. It's really hard. And the point I was gonna make is that I want to be able to process information. I want to be able to create information, and then I also want to take information that's already been created, and I want to be able to process it. And I want to be able to add it to the experiences that I already have inside of my memory, So that's the purpose of today's episode. And if you would please subscribe, I would highly recommend it and appreciate it, because it'll be good for your soul. But every week I make it my mission to help build up your understanding of just like how to like live a better life using modern science, ancient wisdom, and human potential. It's not very hard, but there are a lot of things that are required. And in my course of my life, for some reason, I have a lot more energy than a lot of people. I have a lot more motivations to seek answers to my questions. And I always describe myself as the kind of person that as a child, I would spend extra time in the bathroom just to read the back of the toothpaste in like every bottle in the bathroom, because I just wanted to know what the instructions were and what the warnings were. So I always know, if you ever want to know what the choking hazard is, of a Tide Pod, I got you, boo. But the 2020, it's been a lot. And it's been a lot for some people because they are not used to life moving this fast. So, because it's moving so fast, I suggest you take a moment and figure out what happened. And I'm going to be using my $15 motherfucking Post-its. Like, I didn't even realize they were this much. You know how you buy stuff and you don't realize it's so much until you check out and you're like, what? Why did I spend $300 at Walmart? Like, that's sad. And then I realized I was like going ham, but I didn't know these were like $15 a pop. They might be even like 16 or 17. But they only had one choice, and I would prefer to buy the biggest ones, but I don't even want to know what those cost. They're apparently exorbitant, but they don't sell them at our Walmart. But they had these nice ones, so I'm going to be using these today. And I love writing, and this is my handwriting, so sorry if you can't read it. But I'm going to read it out loud, it's going to be fine. And what I would suggest is when you are having issues with stress and you have a lot of energy, so you're not going to be able to like stop moving. Like every single one of my friends is like that. They are so stressed out, yet they are so busy. Like, how would you work a 12-hour shift and then go run 12 miles? But you're fucking healthy, it's fine. But is it healthy for you to do that? Don't know. But the best way to know that is to ask your doctor. And then you should also listen to your body. So, what happened last week? I don't know. Kobe Bryant died. Trump's impeachment. There's various other things going on. I mean, I think I saw like the police in France beating up the firefighters of France. Like, there's war. There's, there was a man, like a warrior for the Amazon or whoever, just found him in a well. He was an advocate for the planet. What else did I see last week? What else happened? It's just sad stuff that you see on Twitter, or I see on Twitter because I have the privilege of being traumatized every day. Thank God. Speaking of being traumatized, there's a show on BBC, speaking of which I saw on Twitter, and there's a show on BBC about some monkeys that were tricked into believing that they killed a baby monkey, and we observed their natural emotions, even though we didn't have to trick them to do that. But I just felt like it was a very interesting assessment that people had, because they were like, how dare you give monkeys the impression that they, you traumatize this colony of monkeys for entertainment, for TV. And then somebody was like, humans, duh. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know what I said that for. But there's a lot of stuff going on. And I like to take it bite by bite. I have to take it bite by bite because I get stressed out. My heart starts racing. There are not enough bottles of wine in this world to take care of the stress that ensues from living in this fucking economy. So what happened last week? There's a lot that happened last week. What happened today, though? So let's bring it all the way into perspective, and let's bring it all the way into the now moment. What happened today? Well, there's not much. And that's kind of where we're going to focus. And that's kind of what I want to encourage you to focus on, is that you can break it up into bite-sized pieces. And by doing that, you can start assessing the importance of those events on your life. So Kobe Bryant dying and everybody crying, like, that's weird. Like I want people to mourn my death, but like only like if they really want to mourn my death. But I guess a lot of people loved him. It's just weird seeing grown men cry out here like this over somebody. I guess it's a tragic death. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. It's just a weird how we culturally mourn people. It doesn't seem very authentic. And all of his people, all these people that are crying, I never knew they were so close. And it's just weird to be so close to somebody and never share that with the world. But that's neither, until they die. That's neither here nor there. That's kind of rude, I would say, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird, the cultural mourning of people's death. I could see like Michael Jackson and stuff. Like people do cry, I guess. People cry. Sorry, I'm standing on my tippy toes because I'm standing by my radiator and my feet are really cold, and I want to like put them near closer. But anyway, Kobe Bryant died. You know, how much of an impact does that have on your life? Little to none. Most things that happen in the media have little to no impact on your life, and so you can rest assured that you can handle it. Just by simply acknowledging that fact, is that when you start creating the foundation around you, you can start, feeling better about like how important are these events on your life. Like the next president, very big impact on my life. But in the grand scheme of things, it's the same because it's the government. And at the end of the day, it's the same rules. They just have different ways of approaching those rules. So yeah, that's neither here nor there. We'll see in November, but you got to rank those events. What happened last week? What happened today? What's going on emotionally? Is there anything that I can resolve? What is the most important thing that I need to resolve? Take it in pieces, take it in bites, take it in steps. Trying to attack an issue, like for instance, I'm trying to teach my little brother how to pay rent on time and not be homeless. Imagine that, being 26. And you're gonna, because what I'm actually avoiding is like having to tell you that you can't live with me because it's not gonna happen. But I mean it will, but then it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna be sustainable. I can already feel it in my spirit because I'm very particular about men working, especially in my home. But anyway, yeah, you would have to have like a full-time job to live with me. And then I'm like, if you had a full-time job, you wouldn't need to live with me. So, I don't know. I'm trying. I'm just trying. But I'm just trying to just explain, like, for instance, like if my rent is going to be a day late because it happens on the weekend or whatever happens, my landlord doesn't care that there's a business day required to process this payment. They just want to know when is the rent going to be in my account, and it better be there. Otherwise, I'll be evicted. It's very easy to understand. But instead of, like, say... Excuse me, my point is, would you rather them hounding you? Is it easier to solve a problem? And I'm sorry, I'm looking away. Is it easier to solve a problem if you attack it or if the problem attacks you? And I've learned this in my day job is that most errors are forgiven. No, 100% of errors are forgiven if you admit it. Unless you like kill somebody or something, but I'm like, whatever. But 100% of errors, like a transcription error or like a typographical error, whatever it is, those are forgiven. If you catch it, it's fine. If someone else catches you, like a monitor or administrator or something, then you are in deeper trouble. And you're in trouble for it. Like if there's a record and stuff, and people get a little bit more pissy when you don't catch your own errors. So it's easier to attack an issue, and I know this from life experience, from my job. It's always easier to confess your sins. Not your sins, sorry. It's always easier to attack an issue if you acknowledge it and resolve it first and find a clear path. And so say if you can't find a clear path, I would say try to accomplish the task to the best of your ability. And that's all you can do. So like, say if you need to raise $1 million for whatever reason, isn't it okay to even if you only raise $10,000, isn't that still good? And that's kind of the point. When you attack an issue and you find there's no way out, you can just commit and then confess and be like, you know what? I'm not able to do this, and be honest and communicate. Oh my God. I'm like growing up. I'm like having a life experience right now. But it's actually really funny how I came to this realization, because there's this movie on cable. I used to have cable like 1 or 2 years ago, and it was Time Warner. It was Time Warner Cable before Time Warner was sold, and they had the best packages, and now I know why they went out of business. But they had the best packages. You basically could get like any movie channel for fucking like free. For the same price as what you would get right now, it would cost you like $200+, or I probably paid that. But I had the best package, and they upsold me over time. I didn't just ask for all that shit. But there's a movie called The International, and I'm gonna end on this. Before I end on this, make sure my video is still going. Oh, there's a movie called The International, and I'm gonna end on this. And there's this evil man, you know, they're like International Monetary Bank, or whatever it is, and he's like, there's a scene where he's talking on the phone, you know, he's doing his evil deeds and stuff, and his son is sitting right there, and you know, they're kind of in a bind. They're kind of talking, they're arguing about what to do next. And the guy on the other line of this phone call, because it's the son and the father in a room, and the father's on the phone, speaking on the phone with somebody. And the man on the other end of the phone call seems a little worried. And he's like, well, this is actually a great teachable moment for my son, you know, little evil man. And he's like, son, what did I teach you about how to react when there's no way out? And the son very astutely, you know, kind of perks up, and he's like, okay, well, you always taught me that when there's no way, the only way out, the only solution, the only where to go when there's no way out is further in. And I don't know if those are exactly the words. That was very close, but I don't know if exactly the words. But basically the essence of it was, instead of running away or trying to find a way out when there's no way out, you actually commit and you go further in. So what they did in this movie is that instead of trying to be like, damn, we got caught, they just like went in and started like killing people and shit. Like, it was like really cool. But I think they won. I think the evil people won. I'm pretty sure they did. I forget, because yeah, they just ruled with terror. But anyway, don't rule with terror. Don't rule with terror. But you know, if you find yourself like with like a freaking list of shit going on, I was gonna write more, but I don't even know what to write no more now, because you're such a good listener. I just feel so connected to you. But if you find yourself getting stressed out with your task, and you're like, damn, what do I do when there's no way out? Further in, go further in. Honesty, communication. Now, don't tell on yourself. If you can avoid repercussion, then avoid repercussion. But if there is no way out, the best way is always to be further in, be honest, and make an assessment and make a valid assessment. What I don't think anyone told you is that you have, and this is why you want to listen to my podcast. I'm getting chills. Woo, I'm telling myself a word. I feel so full. I feel so full of the word. But you have, your spirit has the ability to decipher and recognize and transmit and receive patterns and signals of information, and but you have to teach yourself, and you activate that part of you through your imagination. So if you're ever just kind of like, I'm not smart enough, like I don't know what to do, find hand movements. Find hand movements. I swear to God, journals, this is my thing, but you gotta do stuff. Find hand movements. You have to do stuff like this. Like, it has to be, and I don't even know, hopefully I'm in camera, I'm in frame, but it has to be like this. Knitting, weed, cooking, chopping, stuff like that, shucking corn husks and shit. That will start activating your pattern recognition superpower. It's just like your ability to like drive, just the same systems you use to drive and to draw blood or whatever it is. Like, you have all these automatic things going on. You can activate that consciously. You can activate those systems in your mind consciously, but you have to practice and you have to will it to existence. So that's when they say manifest. You have to activate your pattern recognition machine, so you start seeing, or you can consciously use your power, and not power like abracadabra, like power like I can memorize 40 million, I don't know, or I can direct a nation. That's power, your energy, your motivation. My motivation to get up and do this video, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's my power. Your power, your motivations, all that shit that's bothering you. That's power. That's people giving you influence and shit like that. So, I appreciate you watching this, and if you please subscribe or whatever it is, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know, does it work for you? What is the best way that you decrease stress? I have 50 million hobbies. That's how I do it. But I activate my imagination. I'm gonna try to like create like a web communication service for y'all, so we can communicate, and so that we can, if I say text this number, you don't have any friction. I don't know. So anyway, have a great day. Oh, please visit my blog, devaughn.org. It's spelled DVAUGHN.org. You can also listen to my podcast there. You can subscribe for free to join my email list. And if you don't, I'm just going to cold call you anyway. So have a great day. Thanks.